Knicks with another good win. What's good, everybody? 140-106, we win. It's a good win. Brunson played good. I thought Karl Anthony Towns played good. Guys such as Deuce kind of came back and bounced back, as well as Cameron Payne. Um, Josh Hart with a nice little double double, but you know, we expected this one though, didn't we? We usually play the Bucks well, so like I wasn't expecting us to really like be that damaged. But then again, at the same time, I'm still thinking about game four. OKC, and you say, oh well, it's getting past, but it's like we're a good team. We're not a great team. We don't have a bench. Um, I just don't think that Mikal Bridges is the answer. I think eventually what we're going to have to do is, once our main center comes back, you're going to have to figure out between Bridges and Anunoby who's really going to take that role as like maybe third scorer, after Karl Anthony Towns, and the first scorer, of course. I think it's still Brunson. Brunson, first scorer, second scorer is Cat, who's going to be the third scorer. Because I really can't take this stuff anymore with Mikal Bridges. He wasn't even looking to shoot today. In a game where it's really could have been a bounce back game for him. Just a confidence builder as the team was playing good, take some shots, get like 15 to 20 points, add to the score, and he didn't even do that. So that worries me. That worries me. So if you're still, Mike Breen said today the Knicks are still in a building year, then okay, so then how do we transition from this building to something serious to be a contending team? And I'm not saying that we won't contend this year. I just don't know if we really got that gas to go that far. That's just the reality. I think that not having a bench as well is something that's hurting us. You're playing all these guys, all these minutes, Tibbs, and it doesn't matter in the end if you just can't get guys off the bench that are sparks and energizers. In the past, you would have had a guy like Quickly who like really was a good six man, and you'd lost that, and you really don't have something solid all the time. Deuce was trying to be that guy, campaign. But I just think it needs to be a guy who can do a little bit of everything outside of just shooting. You're going to have to need a guy who can get to the hoop as well, and I don't know. The Knicks don't have that, and, it's starting to show, especially in areas where you would have hoped that Bridges picks up the slack, but if Bridges is not scoring, it puts us in a hole sometimes earlier, forcing us to really go heavy with Brunson and Cat, just to keep the lead going. And that's our problem, because if these guys are going to have to get in their bag earlier, towards the end, even though it doesn't matter tonight, I'm fine with tonight. Like, I'm glad that we won. I'm just saying there are some glaring things that need to be addressed in the future, if we're serious about contending. But we can be happy, we're going to win a whole bunch of games and make it to the playoffs. But you just hope maybe if the center comes back, whether it's Mitchell Robinson that's going to take that void. I don't even think he's going to take that void because he's always hurt. But, hey, let's see what happens when he comes back. Maybe that changes things a little bit where Karl doesn't have to constantly be as aggressive, even though he doesn't seem to mind because he's getting to the hoop, he's making good passes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's still an incomplete team, the Knicks. Still incomplete, so we're going to have to try and figure that out. We can enjoy this one today, but I wanted to make this video because, even though we won today, I can still see a lot of the areas where we need to improve upon and, really solidify ourselves before we try to make a serious push. And maybe we get it together all the way at the end of the season and make a playoff run. It's not impossible, but I'm just telling you based on what it is now that part of it needs to be fixed if we're serious about building something in New York. But we can enjoy the win today, but in the future, we're going to have to look at those things as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section today. It's your boy Don. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. I'm out.